Yeah, let's jump on in.
Alrighty, moving on into game number 4. Haven't set the score yet. I'll get to that in a second. But in the lower right-hand corner from Complexity Academy, the blue Protoss is Continue.
And in the top right-hand corner, showing some pretty strong cannon rush play in addition to his carrier play. What would have sounded like cheese and Wings of Liberty is working quite well here in Heart of the Swarm. It is OD's Phil. So continue the new player from Complexity Academy, coming out in their roster. He is a Grandmaster from Arcadia, California. He's a full-time university student, and he decided to play competitively in gaming, and that's when he decided to play StarCraft 2. He shortly thereafter was able to achieve Grandmaster in his choice of StarCraft 2. Was training before that, but decided to focus heavily on StarCraft 2, and then achieved Grandmaster, and then has decided that after he finishes university, he's going to be pursuing his StarCraft 2 career full time.
We do have a very early gateway coming out of Continue, going down at 10.
So it looks like he's going to try and put some early aggression on his opponent after the early aggression that was seen in the last game.
I was trying to communicate that to our viewers with my frantic mouse movements while you were finishing that that bio there. But so what's Continue got up his sleeve here? I mean, if you put down a gateway that early, you got to be having some kind of plan to get something done. Otherwise, it's going to be a waste. But Phil got the gateway and double gas going down, so he's going to want to get warp gate and a mothership core right away, and possibly even transition to Stargate, since we've seen him use that so much. So right into Cybernetics core from Continue, and a Zealot comes out immediately. Also to note that Continue has not been using his Chrono Boost, so he's saving them up. Maybe we see a 4-gate coming our way? I mean, the only thing I can think is a 4-gate when you'd be saving up this much Chrono Boost to get that Cybernetics core out super early, and then just use like 3 or 4 Chrono Boosts on it to get it out immediately.
I absolutely agree with that sentiment. I think that that's what he's going to be doing, and we shall see as the Cybernetics core is wrapping up. Sure enough, Chrono Boost on that warp gate.
So we see a Wings of Liberty Classic coming out here. We'll see if Continue ends up putting down additional gateways as that warp gate is about half done. He is moving out with the Zealot. Not a probe yet to follow it, but he'll need a probe to put down a pylon if he ends up wanting to get something done with his Twilight Council coming down from Phil. Oh my gosh, Phil might be caught with his pants down here if he continues along the tech path that he's going.
Yeah, I mean, that heavy tech play can be very good in the mid game. However, it leaves you fairly vulnerable in the early game.
Advantage is, though, he does have the mothership core, so I mean, he's going to be stacking up energy here. He probably will have enough time to get 100 energy down before this 4-gate hits, but 2 gateways in production, continuous Chrono Boost on that warp gate. That's Chrono Boost number 3, I think, so he's rushing that out.
Yeah, it is definitely cooking quite quickly.
Stalker, Zealot, and a probe headed across the map, so he's going to be getting up on in here to do that damage. Warp gate coming up for Phil as well, but it is so much behind. It's almost not even half done, and Continues is about to finish.
Yeah, Phil taking the luxurious route around trying to put down a pylon of his own. Not going to be able to scout this until really it's too late, and units now moving in for Continue into the line of Phil. And are we going to see...
10 energy still for Photon Overcharge, so he does not have that yet.
Great micro there for Continue saving that Zealot.
Yeah, so Continue needs to get it done. Get that. If he could warp in some Stalkers and get that Mothership core down, that does have 100 energy now, so he's going to put down that Photon Overcharge and be able to fend this off, most likely.
Or at least delay it for a little while, but, you know, it looks like Continue's just like, I don't even care. He's going to just take out probes while he can, gets all the gas done, and now microing back, trying to save that Stalker. Is not able to get out of range in time, unfortunately.
Yeah, that Photon Overcharge, along with any units and a Mothership core, does do a ton of damage. So, I mean, if you commit too much to that and don't get something done, then you're going to have a problem. But once this wears off, Phil is going to be pretty naked up here.
It looks like Phil is going to try and do the swing, or the counterattack, as he does have a pylon in the natural base of Continue, and his warp gate is finishing up. He is transforming those gateways, and now we do see 2 DTs warping in.
Yep, so this is going to be a... but there's a cannon in Continue's mineral line. Amazing, epic cannon there is going to save Continue.
And now the probe's crossing the map. This is the final attack. There's the GG.
GG. Wow, I mean, that cannon in the mineral line literally just saved Continue's life.
It really did. And I think that he put it down because he was able to scout that Dark Shrine when he was doing that push,
Yeah,
and then was able to obviously prepare for it.
absolutely. So going on into game number 5, I need to take a quick 1-minute break here.